The New England Patriots have already played a revenge game this year when they had to face Tom Brady week 3, and now the Patriots have to face Stephon Gilmore just weeks after New England traded him to Carolina. Henry McKenna of the Patriots Wire wrote, Carolina Panthers cornerback Stephon Gilmore didn't have to wait long for a revenge game against his former team, the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick traded away Gilmore for a 6th-round pick on October 6th, and they will face off against each other on November 7th in Week 9. Gilmore made his debut in Carolina in Week 8 with 19 snaps and a game-changing interception. It was quite the debut. Now, how much scrutiny will be directed at Belichick because of the Gilmore trade this weekend? Number one, because of the spotlight of the Tom Brady game, this game is not going to be looked at in the same nature. However, if Stephon Gilmore picks off Mac Jones, if Stephon Gilmore is a big impact in the game, if he takes away one of the leading receivers of the Patriots, it's going to be looked at poorly. Obviously, a lot of people in Patriots land did not agree with Bill Belichick's decision. Obviously, a lot of people believed that they needed him. The injury to Jonathan Jones has kind of put even more emphasis on that. We should point out that the Patriots secondary has looked pretty good. J.C. Jackson has looked like a number one corner. However, there are a lot of people thinking now, if the Patriots are going to make a playoff push, it would have been great to have both J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny, especially if Gilmore is balling out against New England. Now, McKenna continued, Belichick issued a written statement on the Gilmore trade, but said almost nothing about Gilmore during his meetings with the media, saying, quote, I'm grateful to Stephon Gilmore for his significant contributions to our team. It was a privilege and a pleasure to coach Steph, Belichick wrote. I appreciate him for the true professional and class act that he is and wish him all the best in the future. Following discussions over a long period of time, we mutually agreed to part ways. Did the Patriots make a mistake trading Stephon Gilmore? We don't know what happened behind the scenes, and I think we need to say that clearly. And I know there's people that are automatically going to jump on and say yes, and they're going to say bad things about Belichick, or there's going to be people that say no, and they're going to say bad things about Gilmore. However, we don't know what happened behind the scenes. We don't know if Gilmore said, I'm not going out without a new contract. Yes, he went to Carolina. Yes, he's agreeing to pay for the $8 million that he's owed this year. But let's remember that sometimes a change of scenery will change a player's mind. It's a fresh start. It's somewhere else to go. He's not going to go and cause waves with his new team. Carolina's his hometown, so he's going to be going in there in Charlotte, and he's going to fit in. We don't know the behind-the-scenes stuff. I believe Belichick when he said we mutually decided to part ways. Gilmore has been absolutely fantastic for the New England Patriots. Obviously, one of the people responsible for the Super Bowl 53 win and that great defensive performance in the actual Super Bowl game. He's a former Defensive Player of the Year. It's always going to say, yes, it's a mistake to trade him. However, we don't know what he was going to cost next year. We don't know if he's going to be worth the money that he's going to cost next year. Belichick had to make a decision that was best for the team. They had Jamie Collins that could play now. He needed to clear up some cap space. Is it a mistake? We're not going to know for a couple years. If Gilmore continues the way he's been playing now, it was an absolute huge mistake. If he takes a step down next year and a bigger step the next year before, it wasn't, because he's going to demand big money.